Hi friends, I welcome you all for the channel of your UPSC friend. From today, let's start the series of art and culture, especially from the book An Introduction to Indian Art, that is the class 11 NCERT. This book contains the first chapter, Prehistoric Rock Painting, Art of Indus Valley, Art of Mauryan Period, Post-Mauryan Trends in the Indian Art and Culture, Later Mural Traditions, Temple Architecture and Sculpture, Indian Bronze Sculpture, and the last chapter is some aspects of Indo-Islamic architecture. Today let's try to finish the first chapter, that is the prehistoric rock painting. Before getting into this chapter, let's discuss what exactly the word prehistoric means. Actually, history can be classified broadly into three periods, that is prehistoric period, proto-historical period and historical period. In the prehistoric period means it is prior to the invention of writing, that is before the emergence of civilization. Next comes the proto-history. This is the period where writing was invented but we are unable to read it, like Harappan civilization. Next comes the historic period. This is the period after the invention of writing. We mainly depend on the written sources to the reconstruction of history of this period. This prehistoric period is divided into Paleolithic period, Mesolithic period, Neolithic period, Chalcolithic period and the Iron Age. Here the word lithic means rock. The next important fact is the paintings and drawings were the oldest art form practiced by human beings to express themselves using the cave walls as their canvas. Even today, many people express their feelings through paintings. During the prehistoric era, that is the prehistoric period, the subject of the paintings or drawings were usually the human figures, human activities, geometric designs and the symbols. In India, the earliest paintings have been reported from the Upper Paleolithic times. The first discovery of rock paintings was made in India in 1867-68 by an archaeologist Archibald Carlyle, which is just 12 years before the discovery of Altamira in Spain. The remnants of rock paintings or the evidences of rock paintings were found in many states like Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka and Bihar. But the very significant evidence was found in the Kumaon Hills in Uttarakhand. This is on the bank of the river Suyal. The paintings from the Kumaon Hills can be broadly divided into three categories. That is, it consists of man, animal and geometric patterns. Especially they have the colors of white, black and red ochre. And also humans are represented in the stick-like form. One of the interesting scenes depicted here is the hand-linked dancing human figure and also the feature of superimposition of paintings. The remnants that were found from the South India were of good quality of paintings. That is because of the granitic rocks which are of the hard in nature and provide a good surface for the painting. In this image, you can see the hand-linked dancing figures from the Kumaon Hill caves. The next important thing is the richest paintings were reported from the Vindhyan range of Madhya Pradesh and their Kaimurian extension into the Uttar Pradesh, especially from the Bhimbetka region. Bhimbetka is also the part of UNESCO World Heritage Site. Bhimbetka was discovered in the year of 1957-58 by an eminent archaeologist V.S. Vakankar. Bhimbetka is the largest and most spectacular rock shelter found till now in Madhya Pradesh. And also it contains almost 800 rock shelters and 500 of which bear the paintings. Hunting, dancing, music, horse, elephant rides, animal fighting, honey collection were the main themes that were found in the paintings of Bhimbetka. And also the rock art of Bhimbetka have been classified into various groups on the basis of style, technique and superimposition. The drawings and paintings from the Bhimbetka can be characterized into 7 historical periods like Upper Paleolithic, Mesolithic, Chalcolithic and 4 successive periods. But here we will confine our discussion to Upper Paleolithic, Mesolithic and Chalcolithic period. Now let's see regarding the Upper Paleolithic period. The important feature of the paintings of Upper Paleolithic period is the linear representation and also the use of colors of red and green. They also represented the huge animal figures like bisons, elephant, tiger, rhinos, bull, and they also represented human figures in the stick-like form. Empty spaces in the drawings were usually filled with the geometric patterns, and also green painting represents the dancers and red one represented the hunters. Now let's see regarding the Mesolithic period. This period saw the emergence of largest number of paintings and also themes got multiplied, but the paintings are smaller in size. Hunting scenes were the predominant theme for the painting in the Mesolithic period. Though animals were painted in the naturalistic style, but humans were depicted only in a stylistic manner. Community dances provide a common theme in the Mesolithic period paintings. The paintings also depicted the family life of those people. Next comes the Chalcolithic period. The painting of this period revealed the association, contact and mutual exchange of requirement of cave dwellers of this area with settled agriculture communities. This feature we can specifically see in the Malwa plains. This period also shows the feature of using pottery and metal tools. They used many colors to depict the paintings like yellow, orange, red ochre, purple, brown, green and black, but white and red color dominated the most. They got red from the hematite, green came from green variety of a stone called chalcedony, white might be made out of from the limestone. These rocks and minerals were first made into powder and mixed with water, and also they used animal fat or gum or resin to mix them, and they used the plant fiber as their brushes to paint it. One interesting fact of their painting is the most beautiful paintings are very high up on rock shelters or close to the ceilings of rock shelters. We may wonder why early human beings chose to paint in such an uncomfortable position. That is because the painting made at these places were perhaps for people to be able to notice them from a long distance. In this image, you can see the hunting scene predominated in the Mesolithic paintings. At some places like Bhimbetka, we will find as many as 20 layers of painting one over the other. Why did the artist paint in the same place again and again? This is the common question everyone get. The answer for this is because there may be artist did not like his creation and painted another painting on the previous one, or some of the paintings and places were considered sacred or special or this was because the area may have been used by different generation of people at different times. This part of Indian art and culture contains mainly the factual data. Only way to remember this is reading again and again or revising these things, the factual data, again and again. This is all regarding this prehistoric rock painting. If you like my video, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.